Haymi, Wendel, welcome to Global Women Club. It's a great pleasure to have you here. A big hand for Haymi. Now, Haymi, you're born in Ethiopia.
Yes.
And you're not born with a golden spoon. You had to go through a lot in your childhood. But somehow you realized that there is some power inside you. And nobody could notice that. And of course, there were people who wanted to take it away. But you knew that if I keep doing and I educate myself, I can empower myself. So tell us a little bit about your upbringing and how did you insist and be determined in that journey to continue and not quit?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Ethiopia, in the capital city of Addis Ababa. And when my mom was pregnant with me, there was a fight between my dad and my mom. And they didn't have a problem. My father was traveling a lot all over the country because of his job. And he was unfaithful, obviously, so they couldn't continue in a marriage and they have to break the marriage. And when they separated, my mom didn't have enough education to kick me, and she struggled a lot. And at the end of the day, she decided to give me to another family, to a foster family. And the problem starts there, but thankfully my foster family was really, they took care of me well, and the most important is they sent me to good education.
So your family gave you to the foster family, and I completely understand your mindset is so open and positive. You focus on what really worked, what was positive in there. And of course, there were lots of challenges and you had to go through lots of adversities in your childhood because the foster family maybe didn't have the capacity to give you what you needed. But you still got what was the best of it. You still have gratitude for them and you are so grateful for being where you are today. So what happened when you were given to the foster family?
I was very little, and it was fine until I remember I was like 8-9 years old, and I had my sister, my big sister. She, for some reason, she had some issues with me, and I was quite smart from my childhood, and I was like a top student, and there's a huge age gap between me and my sister, and I think she couldn't handle it, and there was a lot of challenge like throughout my time. But my brother was a big support for me, and he's like, I would call him like he's my father. He's a protector for me. And sometimes I remember when I was a teenager, we had really, it was too much to handle. And at the same time, okay, it's okay, just leave her. Maybe some people, when they're not happy with their life, they just want to affect others, people's life. People who's happy with their own life, they always, spread positivity and happiness. But she was, I would say, I love my sister, but she was, at that time, she was quite miserable. So it was, she was a big challenge to me.
Well, everything happens for a reason, not to us, for us. And all the people who give us big challenges, in fact, they are helping us to be stronger, yeah?
Yes.
Now, what I really love in your story, let's skip that part now, because what is really fascinating, you went through all these challenges, all these adversities, you educated yourself, you broke the glass ceiling in your country, and then there was a moment you were walking in the beach. What happened that day that you met the person that everything changed after that in your life?
That day you mean when I met
Yes,
my husband?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Actually,
You know why I'm saying is because studies show that it is a big, massive impact, the person that we marry, for good or bad. And that's why it's a change. It's a massive change when you meet that person, and when that person becomes your person of influence to continue the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So that's why. But then the story, it's a really interesting story. So I know every woman in the room would love to hear what happened next. So you were in a kind of a crisis. You believe that you have something amazing inside you, but when is going to get out of you and be a part of contribution that you want to put in the world? And suddenly things start happening.
yeah, I remember when I met him, I graduated and start my new job, and I would say it was my first like holiday with my friends in a small town. It's called Gondar, and he was there with his dad. He's visiting from Dubai. And I was there, and I remember he was sitting like across our table, and then he just looked at me, and I couldn't even like go up, and and because all of us were women, and then I say, oh, it gets dark because we don't know this city, so we have to go home early, and then he walked directly to me and asked me, oh, you look like Whitney Houston. And I was like, whoa. Yeah, I'm so happy.
And this man was a Swedish man.
Yeah, and I remember he gave me his business card, and maybe like 14 years ago, as you guys know, Facebook was very popular. And he told me that please add me on Facebook, and I take that business card. And the next day I have to go back to the capital city, Addis Ababa. And the first thing when I unpack my things, his business card just drop on the floor. And I was like, oh okay, this. And then social media was popular, and then I added him on Facebook. Then I thought, oh, he might think like other things. So in my status, it says interested in men and women. And I said, oh, okay, I have to remove this one. But he already checked my profile. And then he kept writing about himself, like weekly basis. And the first time I just replied, thank you. And after we met, he told me, I thought you are so stupid because you just, after writing all the long only thank you. And
I think it's a part of the culture as well, because I come from the same culture. The man has to really work hard to get more than thank you from us.
Yeah.
And I think in Swedish and Scandinavian cultures, women are a little bit more open and kind of programmed to talk. If a man would send a letter, of course, correct me if I'm wrong, you'd write a letter back. But in our culture, it's normal. If a man will send you a long letter, loving letter, ooh, that is too much. Let me think about it. Thank you, but I will think about you. And maybe they really have to work hard. How hard did Oscar work?
Oh, he worked
to get more than thank you.
He worked very hard. He has a very special place in my heart, and thanks to him for his support, I am here today, because our relationship was not easy. Like, to have a long distance relationship, it always has its own challenge.
So love stories are not like fairy tales, ladies. They are real. So it started from Facebook, from one thank you. How did it move later? And how did you inspire Oscar to come and meet you again and move things?
Yeah, I would say he knows what he wants. He's very goal oriented. It was, when we met, it's like love at the first sight. It's like we destined to be together. I mean,
So you were on holiday, of course, in your home country, but
Yeah.
that city was not your city.
No.
And Oscar was on holiday with his father.
Yeah.
And they were completely accidentally, I mean, there is no accident in life, they happened to be in the same tiny little city together.
yes.
And of course, yeah, it's so nice to believe that it's a divine intervention.
Yes,
yeah?
it is. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, and then it goes on, and then he is coming like months, sometimes every month, and then we kept in contact, and like we fall each other. We really love each other, and the energy is just amazing. And then, yeah, maybe after, correct me, Oscar, it was.
By the way, Oscar is in the room. No pressure, but you're going to hear his story as well very soon.
Yeah, I think after 3 years we decided to get married because I feel really confident on him, and then he's a man
of his word.
Yes,
yeah.
a man of his word.
Amazing.
His words.
We love
yes.
these stories.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Then and then now, to make it short, now we have 3 kids together.
Now, okay, so at the beginning you decided to live in Ethiopia, and that's a big commitment for a man to come back. And Oscar, by the way, he's a very accomplished person, has achieved a lot in many levels. He will tell a little bit more in the Global Man session. But I really love sharing these stories because it gives hope to women. I see women, by the way, Amy, I see women and meet women all around the world. And many times they are disappointed and they have lost hope or faith that they can find love in their life because they met the wrong people,
Right.
they went into the wrong circumstances. And sometimes I meet women at a point where there are no more men out there in the world. They are men out there in the world. They are amazing men. If you are a single woman right now, listen to this because there is always something magic that can happen in your life.
Right.
So Oscar decided to come and move to Ethiopia.
Yes, and we lived together for 3 years. I can imagine for a Swede guy to, move to Ethiopia. It's during that time we had a lot of like political crisis in the country, but he managed.
Love makes sacrifices.
Yes,
yeah.
that's 100%. Yeah, he's very strong in that. Then, after we had our baby, we thought that maybe time we moved back to Sweden. And I was not scared because, okay, let's do it. And for me, I developed my career and everything in Ethiopia. So coming back to here, moving to Sweden might be, I will start life from the scratch. Yeah.
And whose idea was, after 3 years, to come and live in Sweden?
It must be Oscar's idea.
and you said
and
yes.
then I said, okay, change is good. It's
you
great.
like change, yeah? That's
I
a very,
change,
very, very good attitude.
Yeah.
But you didn't know Swedish?
No, I don't know Swedish. I have very little knowledge about Sweden, and
And I heard in a very short time you learned very well Swedish, and not only that, but you got a top degree in a top university of Sweden, and that's a really big compliment.
Yeah.
So tell us what happened when you moved to Sweden.
Yeah, and I started learning the language. I thought, I have to. If I live here, I have to speak the language properly, and language is like a key for many doors. And then I focused on that. I remember on my wall writing all the words, the vocabularies, and then try to memorize them and everything. And within a short time I could skip many classes because I could advance the language. And after that I joined university, and then during that time, COVID, I had my third baby as well. And Oscar is traveling a lot because of his job, and I have to manage everything. So when the kids are sleeping, I just, like, it's about commitment. If you want to do something, you just have to be disciplined and then consistent. So I wake up, sometimes I could stay until like 3 o'clock and to finish my studies, all my assignments, and then I can sleep few hours and then get up. Yeah, it wasn't easy, to be honest, but if you like focus on your goals, that makes you really happy to finish, to keep you like going every day.
Well, absolutely, because without these goals, you wouldn't achieve what you have achieved today. And now you are the general administrator of Akilia.
Akilia, yeah.
What is it? How did you manage? I mean, with no language, no experience, coming from another country, and getting university and breaking that glass ceiling, you did it again.
Yes, because that was my goal. I mean, the people around me did not believe that I could attain this goal, and then it was a big negativity is sometimes good. It's a good motivation.
Yeah.
Okay, I will show them I can. I will prove them I can do this. And then people around me, no, I mean, you will not get any job. Maybe you would be like the Swedish people will know hemtjänst.
They do. They're nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then okay. I mean, just listen. Not like I just want to show it in action instead of words. So after I finish my degree, I keep searching for a job and then learning how to do the interview and everything. And I just put my CV on LinkedIn, and then this company directly contacted me and then called me for interview, and then I got the job. After I got the job, and I asked, how did I get the job? And the HR told me that you were in competition with, maybe it was like 300 applicants. And I was like, oh my God, I'm super lucky. No, Jaime, it's not because of luck, because you are very skilled. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's very nice to hear.
Yeah.
And what is your next goal now? Because I can see you are a woman with goals, with ambition, with a vision. You get what you want. What is next?
The next will be I will open my own company. It has been like I was telling my husband, maybe one day I will be CEO of my company.
Yeah.
And I have that capacity. Inside they always like telling me, Jaime, you have to do this, you have to get this. But right now I'm not just starting, but that's my future
one day,
plan.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish, yeah? Because you may see it come true. And
Yes.
and your life is like that.
Yeah.
You have made many dreams come true. And you're living your dream. And women like you tell us what is possible. So thank you so much. It's really very, very inspirational.